Alright, welcome back. So in the previous part we did Trouser. So this episode we're going to be doing Gurunton or something. Something like that. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to be boring and do the inlaid library. I don't think we want to do Game Killer again. Unfortunately, I think beginning is the only one that will affect the bracelet, so I guess we're going to take beginning. So this guy's weapon is not great, but it doesn't take nearly as many levels to upgrade it, so kind of one half dozen or the other. I get it's mostly up to preference. What do you want out of this guy? I believe you can get Bracelet as soon as you unlock this guy. Do we want... Yeah, let's try it. Go with Pentagram. Something different. Well, not really different, but something to spice things up. How about that? Also, I love how two of the heads are like, they're fine. Whatever. But then you have the one that's just like this goofy grin. Like, who? Feels like sort of like the Dodrio from Pokemon. You have like two that are like semi-serious, and then you have the one that's just kind of goofy looking. I'm surprised that the game's giving me Shadow Pinion so much. It's like the second time it's shown up, and that's often a more rare item to find. Like, not super rare, but... Okay. Let's go Rune Tracer. Obviously, I do want to upgrade and evolve our bracelet as much as possible, but we'll take Crown. Okay, goodbye XP and enemies alike. Be really nice to get some pentagrams. Let's take armor so we can guarantee that we'll evolve our Rune Tracer. So we're getting really close to the end of the series. I'm not sure. Well, I should preface this. We're getting really close to running out of characters, which at that point I would kind of consider that the end, or at least the sort of break point in the series. Because there is supposedly more content that'll come. I'm just not sure when that will be. The developers have been really good at like releasing content on a semi-regular basis. But I'm not sure how much new stuff, what kind of new stuff they're going to add. I'm sure they'll continue to add new characters as long as they keep doing the game. Yeah, let's do Pentagram because we want to get that leveled up so it's not destroying everything. So whenever that does happen, though, whenever they kind of add some new stuff, if it's not like... Unless it happens like right away between now and when I finish the rest of the characters that we have left, which at this point I think it's only 2. I think we only have 2 other characters that are still that we still haven't done. Let's take that. I should probably should have taken Hollow Heart there. That way I could actually it was a good idea to take that chest when we did. Just so we don't accidentally lose it because of pentagram. It's the one downside of taking pentagram is it will destroy everything. Including some stuff that is just off the screen. Now, I'm not sure if you need anything to evolve the bracelets. I don't think you do. I think the bracelets are really just... because there are 3 levels to the bracelets, which is probably why there isn't a corresponding passive item for them, since you have to evolve them 3 times, or evolve them twice. Take bracelet. Oh, remember the days when, like, the game didn't tell you, like, what you needed to evolve things? I think they still kind of keep that information hidden from you until you've actually evolved something once, and then they will tell you what it is, what it takes to evolve. I was really hoping that we could have gotten that bracelet. Or gotten another bracelet. Come on, give me a bracelet, please. Thank you. Nice. So here's the thing with this character. You can actually evolve at any point, like, or at any chest. So normally you wouldn't be able to evolve until past the 10-minute mark on normal stages. I'm not entirely sure on some of the more unique stages, like Moonglow or whatever, but I believe you're not allowed to do it before the 10-minute mark on a 30-minute stage. Do we want duplicator? Sure, why not? I know we're not using a whole lot of weapons that have projectiles, but still a good passive item to have, especially if you are using some weapons that utilize projectile-based attacks, like Rune Tracer. Rune Tracer is great. These things aren't dying nearly as fast as I would like. We'll go XP Crown. If you're going to take XP Crown, you should try and take as many as early as possible. That way you maximize the amount of XP that you are getting. Because what's the point of taking it as your last item, other than to be able to evolve Pentagram? Sadness. Definitely, if offered, you should probably take Pentagram, unless there's something specific that you really need or really want. But being able to negate the total like wipeout of all the XP on the ground is pretty handy. Fortunately, this guy is not very fast. It's not a huge deal, because he seems to be pretty good at tanking damage. And especially right now with how weak the enemies are. Oh, I did take Candelabra. I don't remember taking this, but alright. Guess take the whip. Candelabra may have been the better choice, but I kind of want to get my weapons evolved as fast as possible. Don't think there's anything. Sadness. Oh, come on, I really need some pentagrams. It's a very weird thing to say out of context, but... I was hoping that wouldn't happen. I took the risk, knew the consequences. Sadly, it did not work out for me. Alright, yeah, we should probably take Candelabra. Candelabra is usually a good choice. Like, you really can't go wrong with increasing the size of your weapons. Yeah, see, like, how many of these enemies we kill in just one of those fire breaths? Really don't need to take Vento Sakuro right now. We need to get the whip or the pentagram. Let's take Candelabra to get it out of the rotation. That's another sort of thing to kind of keep in mind is if you take this item, will it get it out of the rotation? And does that actually benefit you more or less by taking it out of the rotation? In my case, in that case, it benefits me to get it out of the rotation so that I can start getting the... I really wish the pentagram would stop destroying all my chest. I also really wish we would... So this is what I mean. Taking stuff to get it out of the rotation. That way I'm getting, say, like the pentagram, which is what I want. That way I can upgrade it and get it to a point that it won't destroy all the XP and stuff on the ground. Especially the chest. Alright. Let's just me, or does it feel like it's just taking so long to get to the next level? Okay. So that just fired. We might want to see if we can get... I'm not willing to take a 45% chance on 2 chests in particular. Do we... I say let's get a little ways away from this. That's not... Okay, that's good. Let's get a little ways away from it. That way our pentagram won't affect it. So I think this is a case where I won't take something out just because it'll get it out of the rotation. Mainly because I want the attract orbs so that I can gain more XP faster. And inevitably get stuff out of the rotation a little faster. Alright, now in this case I'll take it. Since I don't really need either of the other two. And getting Vento Sacro out of the rotation will benefit me more. Pentagram's gonna fire here very shortly. Let's go for Whip, because we do want to get that involved. Let's get away from that chest. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have been a big deal since it didn't actually destroy anything. Let's take Whip. So that should give us what we need. Go ahead, do this. Get Bloody Tear. Excellent. Now we can head back to this other chest, and now since we have Vento Sacro and Bloody Tear, we should be able to evolve. Let's take the Buy Bracelet. Okay, that's not really what I want, but I guess we're gonna have to take it. That might not be a bad one. Yeah, let's take it. We do have a Attract Orb, and we have Pentagram, so it makes some amount of sense. Excellent. Let's take a Tract Orb, get it out of the rotation, and it just makes it stronger, I think. Yep, sounds like a good idea. Trying like really hard not to sneeze right now. I can feel it. I know it wants to come out, but I don't want it to come out because otherwise I'm gonna have to remember to edit it out later. And honestly, that's like the worst part about doing so many videos is the fact that you have to edit them all. That's why I usually try my best to make it one straight take. And if that doesn't happen, then I try my best to make the gaps really obvious. Yeah, let's keep taking the bracelet. Do we want Lightning Ring? I don't think we're trying to, like, build a Reaper or anything this run, so I think it's fine to just take whatever. I think our main goal is to just evolve the bracelets. Okay, so on the next chest, we should be able to evolve the bracelet to the Tribe Bracelet. Believe it or not, those sprites aren't the original. The original sprites looked awful. Like, they literally looked like they just put a couple pixels on the screen and that was it. Like, I don't want it to be like I'm trying to be mean on that. I'm just being honest. It did not look great. Like compared to all the other ones, which all relatively look nice. Like I don't really have any issues with any of the other sprites. Like, I mean, the lightning ring looks great. Like, I think that's a great looking sprite. I mean, now they look nice. I have no complaints about the bracelets. Like, the sprite work, at least. But, I mean, a lot of the weapons have had glow-ups since the game originally released. A lot of them, like the dagger in particular, looked like it was straight up copied from one of the Castlevania games. Or like the old school Castlevania games. So they've obviously done a great job at coming into their own with this game. Making it their own instead of just a game, you know, a fan-made game based off of Castlevania. At this point, it doesn't really matter to me what we take. I think we're pretty much set to upgrade or evolve everything. We could actually go ahead and evolve the Rune Tracer. We still have full 13 plus minutes here. At this point, it doesn't really matter too much. We're just gonna rip through enemies like crazy at this point. Let's focus on getting the weapons upgraded, that way we can evolve them. Although we don't have to worry about losing chest at this point, since our pentagram is evolved already. Plus, we have plenty of time, like... Especially at the rate that we're going, we'll be fine. Honestly, I should have put this on hurry, just so we could have gotten through this a little faster. But, whatever. Okay, we got quite a few levels left on the lightning ring. And I think after this run, we should have unlocked Queen Sigma, which is currently the final character. um, the final known character on the list. Because there's two classes, right? The known characters, the ones that the game kind of tells you about, and then the hidden characters, which are like this guy, I think, the Red Reaper. They tend to be characters with evolved weapons. Oh. Interesting. Is this like a special thing for this character? I guess I'm gonna go random, just so I don't have to manually do it every time. That's interesting. The final achievement that we're gonna be going for, I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna do. It's gonna be interesting, because in order to get it, you have to kill, I want to say 100,000 or something, enemies with Queen Sigma. Which just seems kind of insane to me. I mean, we're only at like 35,000 roughly. We're probably not going to go over like 50. Well, no, we will probably go over 50, but we're still quite a ways from that. Obviously, we're going to have to take Curse. Nice. Got the Thunder Loop. Yeah, that's so weird. Like, I don't think that's an Arcana that's doing that. I think it's literally just, it might just be this character that causes it or something. Already at 100, level 100. I mean, at this point, is there... I mean, obviously I'm going to finish off the run because, you know, that's just what we do. Unless there's a specific reason to quit early. But, I mean, at this point I could probably just stand still and be perfectly fine. Oh, hey, another Arcana. Cool. Don't think there's really anything specific that we want or need here. I mean, this one and this one are completely useless, I think. Let's just re-roll, see what we get. That one could be handy. That one's kind of useless. This one, cooldown of the listed weapons reduces when moving. Here's the thing, I don't want to move. No, thanks. I picked up the other one. Whoa. Get away. Might as well just try and take them all out at once, right? Who knows? It could be fun. Got nothing else to live for here. Ah. Okay, there's one. One's down. Fortunately, my fire ran out, which is sad. Okay, there's another one. I'm actually going to go ahead and banish the gold ring. And I'm going to banish that one, because it's not really necessary. I mean, none of them are really necessary. I just got bored and wanted to do something. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Does feel like the enemies are getting a lot faster. I don't know if... I didn't think I really took anything that would give me curse. So again, I think we have maybe 2 or 3 more runs that we're going to do, and then we might either take a break or something, I don't know. We'll see, like, when version 1 comes out, how much new stuff they plan on adding. I don't know. I am looking forward to it, although I am kind of at that point where I want to kind of take a break from the game and switch over to something else, or finish, going through the backlog of other content that I have. Because even though, Factorio has been going up, almost every day at this point for the last couple weeks, up to a month probably, but probably close to 2 months by the time this goes up. There's just so much that playthrough. I'm not even done recording it at this point, just because, well, one, I needed to take a break from it. Taken 2 breaks, and I'm not even at that point. I think the point of the first break just happened, and it's 30 to 40 episodes in already, which just tells you how much I really like the game. Alright, should I just stand here, see if I can finish off without moving? Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just do that. There's no point in moving around. We have more than enough experience and levels. Our Labora will protect us. Right, You're the one that caused us to lose the last one. What a jerk. Okay, sorry. Okay, now we don't move. Now that we've killed the grody witch. That was still a really good run, even though we did unfortunately lose. Yeah, That witch kind of sucks. Kind of... Oh... I don't remember what does it, but you can go past like your technical max level. I don't remember if it's the character that we're playing or if it's something that we unlocked. I know this isn't this might not be the most exciting just because of the fact that we're not moving, but honestly it probably helps the video itself when you're not moving a bunch. I mean, I've seen some of them and it does get really like visually chaotic in the later parts of the video, just because of how much stuff is going on. And I don't really know if there's a way to record the game other than through window capture on OBS, because I've tried game capture before and it just doesn't recognize the game or something. I've noticed that a few times with some games. Usually they're older games though, like I'm not really sure why that's the case. I'm sure some people probably know way more about OBS than I do. But yeah, usually I try and go for game capture first. If that doesn't work, then window capture, and then if that doesn't work, which has really only happened like once or twice, I think specifically Railroad Tycoon, I wasn't able to do window capture, which really sucked. Or at least, no. I know for sure that I had to do display capture on that. Maybe it was I couldn't get it so that the video would size correctly. Because I know with that game in particular, I had to resize it in post. Can really reduce the cooldown time on Pentagram. I think we did manage to evolve everything, although the bracelet technically isn't evolved. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, actually it is technically evolved. You just don't have to use something else to evolve it. Ooh, they are starting to get closer. They're trying. They're trying their best. I don't think they're gonna be able to do it, though. All the labora on the ground is making it very difficult for them. And there's the Reaper. Alright, that's unfortunate, but... Oh, nice. Cold fever. We should probably... Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, we unlocked Queen Sigma. So we can actually go ahead and show that off real quick. Huh. Okay, so Queen Sigma is actually after the Red Death. So, hmm. I was kind of expecting her to show up slightly farther up or back, I guess. So, I don't know what we're gonna do. Either way, we have three characters that I'd like to do. I'd like to do random at some point, just to kind of show it off. Red Death and Sigma. So we will see. I will see you guys in the next part, and thanks for watching.